let's quickly touch on something happening in Nigeria, and it is happening far north in Kebbi State. It's day 3 of the 64th Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival that kicked off, of course, with a vibrant lineup of traditional water sports at the Matan Fada River in Kebbi State. Now, the Kabanchi display, as they call it, which started at 10 a.m. today, featured men and boys competing in bare hand fishing. We saw our correspondent show us an evidence of a fish caught bare hands by one of the Kebbi indigents. We had canoe races, swimming contests, diving events, and a popular wild dog catching competition. Thousands of spectators gather along the riverbank they will have to witness some high-energy contests that highlight the festival's rich cultural heritage. Other attractions include water relay races, swimming with clay pots and guards, and the crowd favorite, Save a Soul Rescue Swim. Now, the annual festival continues to draw tourists, boost local commerce, and celebrate centuries-old traditions central to the identity of Argungu and Kebbi State. News Central is well represented at the festival this year, with our correspondent Sumayya Abubakar live in Kebbi State to bring us more updates. Hello, Sumayya. Thank you so much. I did follow up with the 12th report, and I saw that excitement in the faces of those who were participants today. Great catch from that young boy. But what is the atmosphere like right now? What is the latest right now at the festival?
Well, good afternoon, Oyechi. I have to say, when you're talking about, of course, the feel and the atmosphere, I'm walking down, of course, to the river. I would have to show you that the water is quite cold, but then there is so much, energetic competition going on here. So far, we've had one of the most scary one, which was diving under the water and then, of course, staying under the water for an amount of time. And the last 3 people are supposed to be winners accordingly, first to third position. But then because, of course, they got scared about these 3 people staying under the water for the longest time, they went, to get them out. As much as the king of Argungu, the emir, was so, thrilled and proud, saying he knows that they can survive it, but there was a bit of a scare on that situation, and then they actually fainted. But then we have, the people in charge, the Red Cross, that are taking care of them, so we know that they are alive and they're healthy, and they've won themselves cars and even 1 million naira each from the state government. But then apart from that scary situation, there's been so much excitement. There has been different water sports events ranging from, of course, swimming with a calabash on your head to almost, female actually swimming fast and catching fish by their hands, which was so impressive. We also saw female, doing a boat racing competition, and the bits of people putting a calabash on while they swam on top of that calabash. So a lot of things has been, I would say, going on. So this is, of course, the amount of crowd. Okay, I think we have someone here who is willing to talk to us. Now, this is someone, of course, who has been someone that catches fish with his hand. Okay, so this is Yakubu Mohammed. Of course, he is one of the people that swam in order to pick the fishes from the river. Madam, na san dai ka shiga ciki kuma ka kama kifi. Oh, ce ta yara kuka yi. Okay. So, ga mana me ya faru?
Abin da ya faru dai mun shigo daidai yadda ake so a shigo, Allah ne kawai mu bi ba mu nasara ba, amma masu nasara insha Allah Allah ya ba su nasara. Okay,
so basically, this guy said for him the competition that he participated in was the diving, but then of course he did not win and he could not stay under the water for the longest time. Amma da kamar bayanin ya kake ji a matsayinka na wanda kuke abin nan na Argungu.
Ni ba Argungu nake ba, the Pratt State Gumi local government. The Pratt State Gumi local government.
Ya kake ji da magana Argungu festival?
Ta yadda nake ji a harkar Argungu ta wasan ruwa a kowane lokaci haka muke ji ta a kowane lokaci, kuma haka ta tabbata ga yadda muke ji. Sai dai abin jin daɗi ga wannan wasa, muna fatar a gama lafiya, a yi lafiya kuma a karkare lafiya. Amma duka wanda ya zo wasa daga nesa yana fatar ya ci nasara. sai dai Allah bai bashi ba sai ya hakuri.
So now go day. So according to him, of course, he said this is so much excitement. He came all the way from Zamfara State to Kebbi in order to, of course, enjoy the sporting event. Currently, of course, this is the situation. We are still waiting for another activities and ongoing. I can see some people swimming, you know, inside the water currently. I have to point out that this is a very huge event. The people of Argungu and even visitors are all excited about watching these different sports. So back to you, Onyechi.
Sumayya, exciting to see that a lot has gone down there already in Kebbi State. The 61st edition will be written in the sands of time to be, I think, the most celebrated among Kebbi indigents, and a lot out here. Thank you so much, our correspondent Sumayya Abubakar, who just brought us up to speed with all happening at the 61st Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival. Welcome back. You're still watching In the Game. We just wrapped up conversations bringing you up to speed with all happening at the Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival. Our colleague Sumayya Abubakar, of course, is doing a great job keeping us up to speed with the latest events there. The Kabanji, of course, started today, and it's exciting to see that people have to catch fishes with their bare hands. I still have Ibitayo Daramola in the studio with me. Ibitayo, I'm excited when I see things like that. I want to be involved in things like that, but I can only see from afar and talk in the studio.
You know, I look, since I've been a kid, even in school, primary school, you talk about Nigeria and festivals across Nigeria. The Argungu Festival ranks up there. It's always been there. 61 years of doing this over and over. Of course, the biggest highlight is the fish catching or angling, like the English would like to call it. But it involves more than that. It's bear, like she mentioned, the bear. And I mean, you can't imagine trying to catch a fish with your bare hand underwater. It's slippery. Of course, there's the horse racing, there's the archery, there's so many things. Catapulting too, I saw it.
Yeah, Dambe.
Dambe, there's Dambe too. I mean, so it's a festival. Yet it culminates into the fishing at the end of the day, but it's a big festival.
And sometimes
the crowd.
I'm sorry to butt in, but sometimes I begin to wonder when we look for contingents to go represent Nigeria in swimming events, why don't we have people who can dive? They're doing good jobs, wonderful jobs underwater.
Because ours is not structured. It's a difference.
Or we don't have the gift to harness this talent or even suffer this talent.
We are not harnessing it. And that's why I said it's not structured. I mean, they are not really doing
Look at the kind of water that they are.
They are not really doing any. Staying underwater is not a sport. Diving is a sport. Are they doing diving? They are not doing diving.
Do they have their tags on in water?
So you get it's really not. It's still kept traditional since 61 years ago. They are not trying to upgrade it to a standard where we can say, okay, this is actually
These are young children. These are little children here involving in this.
They grew up. Most of them grew up inside in these waters, and they. Well, I mean, you won't catch me in these waters. You won't catch me.
But I would love to be. I love to be part of this.
But it's a beautiful festival. We can do better, and we should be doing better. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. What a way to wrap up that thought there. All right, but please stay tuned to us, News Central. We have our able correspondent and a team covering this 61st Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival. So you want to be updated with the latest.